Thank you for joining in on another episode of Beyond the Sex Talk. My name's Lisa. My goal is to provide non-judgmental, sex-positive knowledge and skills so that individuals can make healthy, confident sexual decisions. On this episode, we're going to be talking about the internal organs of the female reproductive system, at least knowing them and what's going on. Very basic. So it all begins, actually, if you were to slide your fingers through the vaginal opening. That's right. Either your fingers, or if you allow someone else to slide their fingers into the vaginal opening, you'll be sitting at the vaginal canal. The vaginal canal is quite interesting because it is not straight, it's actually curved, and it ends with the cervix. It's a muscular tube, in which case is flexible, stretchable. What I do get asked a lot from the youth is the vaginal canal too small, or can something be stuck up there? Well, the interesting fact here is, first, the vaginal canal is as long as your middle finger. That is so that you can go in and remove anything that is in there if need be. For example, sometimes people will use tampons, stick it up the vaginal canal, and then they forget it and they have to take it out. That's why there's a string. We'll get into those details in other episodes, but really the concept here is the vaginal canal is actually curved, full of muscles, in which case are flexible and allow for you to retrieve anything that you may insert into the vaginal canal. Is it too small? Well, here's the other interesting fact of how this part works, is that when you are aroused and you are fully aroused, and let's say a penis does enter the vaginal canal, well, it's prepared. It actually stretches, and the muscles are prepared for what is going to be inserted into there. What also helps are two glands at the bottom of the vagina, next to the vagina opening. They're called the Bartholin's glands, and what they do is produce lubrication, making all of that arousal and that process of penetration much more pleasurable. At the back of this vaginal canal is the cervix. This is like the gatekeeper to the uterus. It's very tight and it might feel like a little dimple, and that is where the sperm has to go through to enter into the uterus. So the uterus, which I'm mentioning, is behind the cervix, and it's a pear-shaped muscular organ. It is lined with endometrium, which builds up every month to accept a fertilized egg. If there's no fertilized eggs, it has to discard, and that's what we call a period. On either side of the uterus are called fallopian tubes, and at the end of the fallopian tubes, finger-like structures called fimbriae. These sweep and capture the egg that's coming from the ovary. An egg that is matured shoots out, and the fimbriae catches it, and the egg then travels down to the fallopian tube, hopefully meeting a sperm. But if it doesn't, then again, it all has to shed away, and that's what we call a period. Other internal organs to know is the urethra opening, which leads to the bladder, which is in front of the reproductive system. There's another organ that's predominantly inside, and we only have a portion of it outside, which we mentioned last episode. It's the clitoris. That also is surrounding this area. And then, of course, from behind the anus, well, there is the rectum. So there's the basics of the internal female reproductive system and the organs around it. Remember, knowing the body parts, what they do, and their proper names is the start to a healthy, confident you. Till next time, this is Lisa on Beyond the Sex Talk. Subscribe below to get updates on the next episode and follow along on Instagram and Facebook for other interesting information and facts. And you're more than welcome to share the sex positive information so that you can actually be helping others as well. Cheers.